Broadcasting from Hollywood, it's the official On Air with Brandon J podcast. Here we go.
Hello, everyone. I'm Brandon. Welcome to On Air with Brandon J. I'm joined by a special guest today, Daniel Joo. He's best known as the lead male in the new film, The Wrong Obesession, starring the one and only Vivica A Fox. Daniel, it is great to have you on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Brandon. Well, first of all, I know you're from South Carolina, right?
Yes, sir, I am.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I know there's a fire, is your family okay, things like that, because I know that was happening. I had to check on you to make sure everything's okay with you and your family.
Daniel, what's crazy is like we've never seen a fire like that. Like it's been like super windy, but like seeing, Myrtle Beach and I grew up there at Garden City when I was a kid, and I got family that lived there in Myrtle Beach and things like that. To see over 100 fires break out. Oh, nothing like Los Angeles. God, man, that just seeing the devastation and the horrific chain of events that took place in Pacific Palisades and Altadena and just all of the wonderful places that I love about LA so much. But just to see kind of Myrtle Beach kind of going through something similar, but not as drastic, it's pretty intense, man.
Yeah, well, just prayers up for you and your family during this time and all your loved ones and friends, man, because it's definitely a difficult time for a lot of people over there. So when I saw that you were from there, I had to check on you and make sure everything was okay.
How are you doing? How are you and your family doing in, post all of the craziness? I would say it was a pandemic in the month of January, man. 3 weeks to contain those fires 100%. I mean, just incredible.
Yeah, I have to say, I mean, what a way to start 2025. That's for sure. And it really, when things like that happen, what really brings back to the basics of what I'm grateful for. Grateful for the first responders, grateful for just the basic things. Sometimes I have to remind my family, I have to remind myself that, I get caught up in all of the superficial things that really don't mean anything. And when this happens, what matters is our lives, is our safety, and just really just having that, that safety net being taken away is just kind of just puts things into perspective. And in a way, it just really grounded me and just helped me just humble myself and really appreciate just the simple things in life that get overlooked constantly. Yeah. So it was, I chose it as a way to just really be able to reframe and reset my mentality of just really being humble and grateful just for the simple, basic things in life, which are really miracles,
Well, it is great to see people like yourself and others in the community of Hollywood kind of come together, whether it be Jennifer Garner, Halle Berry, yourself, and so many others. Like, it's just incredible, the response of donating clothing, jewelry, canned goods, bottles of water, all of the above.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And every bit helps.
Yes.
Right? People often forget that. There's no help that goes overlooked. Every little bit helps. And it goes to show, like, even in acting, people will be like, I only had one line. No, there's no small parts, only small actors, right? So there's no action that's not going to benefit somebody. So I think it's just amazing how people were just able to just share themselves and their love to other people.
And you being in this new film, this, speaking of acting, right? We're just going to dive in. What's it like working with someone as iconic as Vivica A Fox?
Wow. So it's so wild because I've yet to be in a scene with her. However, Vivica A Fox is an absolute legend, right? I mean, it's just her aura, her essence, the consummate professional of what she does and who she is. And I'm just so grateful that she actually referred me into, the whole Lifetime series and movies. And And I am indebted to her for that. And I'm just so grateful to have someone as iconic like Vivica A Fox just being able to just refer me into it. It's truly humbling, and it makes me like, wow, I'm really one of the luckiest people out
Yeah,
there.
that's incredible, man. That's such
Yeah.
a great story to hear because people are like, well, how does this, actor or actress get a
Mm.
role in a film? And it's all about relationships and it's about building that real respect amongst your peers because you never know when the next opportunity is going to be knocking at the door saying, hey, Daniel, we got a role for you. You ready to go?
Right, right. And that's why I'm right by the door.
Right, you're ready.
I'm
Like
like, I'm right
I'm
here.
ready to step right in. I got my bags packed. I'm ready to go,
Yes,
people.
exactly.
That's awesome. Like working with the director that's a legend in the horror film world, right? David DeCoteau,
Yeah.
like just incredible stuff there.
Wow, David, first of all, is a sweetheart. Absolute freaking sweetheart. He's an incredible person, incredible just vision in his mindset. I look forward. I worked with David multiple times. And anytime he reaches out to me, I would literally cancel whatever I have going on to work with David. His vision, his method to his madness. It's absolutely incredible. What I love about David is that he really trusts his actors. And and what a lot of people don't know is like he directs like Clint Eastwood. You, as an actor, you better be ready on the first take. Because if we have to do a second take, he's like, it's not, he'll be like, it's not because of me. We got to do second take.
It's because of
Right.
you.
Yeah.
Right.
So and what I love is like theater, like the way how
Yeah.
it's operating. It's really like you better have your choices made, relationships down, and you're ready to go. It's very rare when we have to do a second or third take. And if it's on him, this is why I say he's a sweetheart. He goes, "My apologies. I'm so sorry." He's just the ultimate professional. This guy will crank out. It is crazy when I see the call sheet. Typically, when I worked on another Lifetime movie, maybe we'll do 8 pages in a day.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
no more than that. With him, it's like 20 something pages.
No, he's gonna push you. He's gonna say, we're gonna do a three
Oh,
acts,
oh, we're
which you're
going.
accustomed
Oh,
to.
we are going. Yes,
Three
we earn
acts.
our we earn our lunch. That's for sure. Yeah, but I love working with David. He's incredible. He's a blast to work with.
Daniel, speaking of working on set, I've heard that the new status quo of editing, they're literally editing while you're on set. So the stuff that you
Yes.
shot the day before previously, they're editing the following day.
Yes,
That's
it's so much more
incredible.
fast paced now. Yeah, so much more fast paced now. The industry is changing because of the fact that it's all about efficiency, right?
Right.
It's really about time is money. That is absolutely the truth. Time is money. If we have the luxury to be able to do 1 or 2 pages a day, that's great. But it's financially for a lot of these production companies, it's tough. Hey, we gotta go.
Hey, I mean,
So
especially if you're
as
booking an A-lister, he's like, okay, I want, Mel Gibson, for example,
right,
and his daily rate is just like through the freaking roof, not to
right,
mention back end. Like, I can't imagine managing those logistics as a production company and yourself. It's like, okay, you better be ready. I'm a
right.
professional,
That's right.
how do you, Daniel, this leads me to my next question.
Uh-huh.
How did you get into character for this role?
Yeah, I mean, for me, going to the American Academy of Dramatic Arts, it was such a blessing to learn from the greatest teachers. I really believe the greatest acting teachers I had the opportunity to learn from. And my fellow actors, they're so talented. So I just learned so many things there. And the biggest thing is just being a detective when I get the script.
Yeah.
I must read it. I kid you not, probably 10 times, at least 10 times I'll read the script. And then I'll break
Wow.
it down. Yeah, I'm not even exaggerating. I would read it at least 10 times. I didn't write it. I want to respect the writers. I want to respect what they're putting out there. And it's really just doing my detective work in the script. All the answers are there. All of the answers are there. So for me, I want to be able to honor the writer. I really do, because I feel like the writers get overlooked. And for me, I want to honor their creativity, what they put out there, and honor the director's vision, and also honor myself and my whatever because I put in a lot of work. So I want to honor that as well. So for me, it's a lot of deep dive into the script.
Are you going to deep dive into the components of writing scripts and producing in the near future? Is that something on the horizon for you?
So I've done that before. I've
Yes.
wrote, produced, and it is wow, the amount. I think people don't understand the amount of work that goes into it, and to actually be able to write something and put that into fruition, how many things need to go right
Yeah.
to do that. And I would
Yeah.
love to. I think that would be just amazing to be able to sit in the room full of creative people and just put something out there. There's nothing like just being creative and writing and putting it out there and seeing that just materialize. That's, I couldn't ask for anything more than that.
I mean, I look at these successful shows, like these successful sitcoms on television, like let's use Big Bang Theory. I mean, to
Yeah,
be able to write all of that material, it lasts for that many seasons. That's some
right.
incredible writing to keep the audience engaged week after week. I mean, come on.
And that is why, for me, the writers are so important, and I
Yeah,
value them so much, right? I mean, they are sociologists, psychologists. They are, I mean, the deep dive that they do in different industries, right? If they write a medical drama, they have to know all of those things, right? Or anything in the courtroom, they have to know
for
all the
sure.
procedural things. And it's, I didn't do all of that homework. They did, right?
That's it,
So
man.
it's so much respect for
Yeah.
that. It's yeah,
But we got to
I'm
respect
so humbled by
actors,
that.
actors that like you, Daniel, that sit there and it's like, okay, I'm not just going to look at the script one or two times. I'm going to read this thing 10 times. I'm going to
Right.
dissect it. I'm really going to understand, can I uh portray this character and make it believable to
Yes.
everyone that watches the show? Like I'm going to embody all of the elements that make this character so great on paper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
incredible. I want to
Thank
show
you.
our audience of the Wrong Obsession, and it's on Lifetime, starring Daniel Joo, Vivica A. Fox. Check it out.
Joe was just talking about this place last week. Said it was nearly impossible to get into.
You're looking for effort, right?
Good, I see you.
So, look, Lise, I know I've been pretty absent lately. If I want to make partner, I need to impress Kevin. And the only thing that impresses Kevin is working on a million cases at once.
I've been busy too. I'm just glad we're able to do this.
I'll try to be better.
Thank you. So will I.
And Daniel, it's great to have you on the show today. We talked about, you could be doing some more writing and production like you've done in the past. You're embodying more characters. What's next for you, Daniel?
Wow. What's amazing is that I'm at a point in my career, and I'm so lucky.
Yeah.
It's where the past directors and people that I've worked with, they're now contacting me personally to work on, future projects.
Who's on the
And
bucket
the
list
one,
to collaborate with?
oh, for me, I
Yeah.
mean, the person that I would love to work with. I mean, you're talking about my ultimate bucket list to work
Ultimate
with.
bucket list, man.
Oh man, it has to be my favorite actor, Denzel Washington. That
Oh, dude.
guy, I would love to work with him. That would
Yeah.
be just fantastic. That would be one of those things where, the deathbed moments. It'll be,
Yeah.
yes, that was awesome. Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be the ultimate bucket list, just to be in front of, to me, one of the greatest of all times. Like that's, to me, Denzel is one of the goats. He's Just
Man, his role in
fantastic.
Training Day, that I've watched that movie probably 100 times. I mean, I'm like, okay, I know what's gonna happen, but I just have to keep watching it over and over and over.
Yes. Training Day is one of his most iconic roles, but one of my
Yes.
favorite roles that he's done is The Siege with Annette Bening.
Oh yeah.
And that movie right there, from beginning to end, what he has done is masterful.
Yeah.
Absolutely masterful. People bring up
Yeah.
Crimson Tide, to bring, but for me, the siege of what he has done in that film, I became like, I'm a fan. Like after that for a lifetime.
Hey man, but you know what's crazy? It could actually happen, right? It's
Yeah.
all about just being in the right place at the right time and being prepared. So when it's there, you're ready, right? You don't just
That's
go
right.
there unprepared.
That's right. That's right.
You've read
I mean,
that
that's
script 10 times, you know?
yeah. So I also coach CrossFit. I coach high school football.
Okay.
And what I tell my athletes is I have a motto within myself and my family. And I say, how I do one thing is how I do everything. How I do one thing is how I do everything.
The spirit of
So
excellence. That's what it's about,
that's
man.
it. So how I prepare for my practice, how I prepare for my workouts, how I choose to eat, how I choose to sleep, how I choose to interact with people, how I choose to see myself. That is all part of that, right? Some people think, oh, I'm just going to work in this area. But for me, just simple thing as being present while I'm washing dishes, being present and mindful while I'm eating, being present and putting all of my intention and
Yeah.
focus in when I work out. I mean, those are the little things that translates to every aspect of my life.
Absolutely. I mean, now I know why your work ethic is so on point, man. You coach sports, man. I mean,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm in
yeah.
strength and conditioning right now.
Hey, there we go,
You're like,
man.
Brandon, you're eating the
Yes.
wrong food. You gotta step your game up, bro.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, because back in the day when acting, believe it or not, long,
Yeah,
long time ago, they considered acting as a sport.
right.
The actors back in the day trained their bodies all year just to be able to perform that once a year. And somewhere along the line, I feel like people have forgotten that. To
They
me,
have,
this
man.
is,
We've gotten lazy. We've gotten accustomed
yeah.
to just like, especially now you got AI, you got all of these different things that simplify all of these tasks that
Mhm.
prior to AI, they took hours and days and weeks to complete and accomplish.
Yeah. I mean, for me, we have long days on sets,
Yeah,
sometimes 16 to 18 hours.
yeah,
And for me, I'm going to look at that director as like, I can go another 12 hours. I can go another 13 hours. And guess what? I don't even have to eat. I'm good. I
yeah,
can still go. I remember
yeah.
I was on a set for Criminal Minds and I was on set for 12 plus hours. And I'm like, I'm ready. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
That's a
So
great
it's,
show as well. I mean, working
yes.
alongside those guys, like
Oh,
just brilliant writing, you
oh
know.
my God.
And I have to say something too. I mean, Dick Wolf and his writing and how he's
Yes.
able to literally own the airwaves on whether it's CBS 3 hours in a
Right.
row, whether it's NBC, with the Chicago series, CBS with the
Yeah.
FBI series. Like, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like if
I
I
mean, he's
if
pure
I can
genius.
if I can embody the success of an executive producer, it's Dick Wolf.
Yes. Yes. I can't, I
And the
can't,
paycheck
I
that
can't
comes along
refute
with
you
it.
there. I have no rebuttals there. None at all. Another goat. So it's really one of those things that I've worked with actors, and it's funny to me, it's such a blessing to be able to work in this industry.
Yeah,
I mean, we audition and we hear more. Well, actually, it's so funny. People say you hear no's. 90% of the time, you don't even hear anything. Okay. So it's
yeah,
not you don't hear a no, you don't hear anything.
yeah.
So we audition, we grind it out just to get on set. And I'm working with some actors that want to go home. What time are we done? And
They're,
I'm
they're
looking
not
at
ready.
them, I'm
They're
like,
not ready for this.
my thing is, what do you mean? I want to stay here as long as possible. What
I
do you
guess
mean?
they
What
want to
time are
bust
we
tables for
wrapped?
the rest of their lives. That's just what it is.
Right. So that's the thing. It's just one of those things. It's like valuing the time on set, working the mind, the body, and the soul. Because what I tell actors that give me advice, I'm like, what do I need to work on? Work on your soul. Because the camera is not capturing my body. It's not capturing my lines. It's capturing my spirit. It's capturing my spirit. So that's the biggest thing. So if my body is open and my mind is open,
Yeah,
I just allow my spirit to pour through and just let the camera just do its job. Right? Oftentimes it's like we make it so superficial. It's like just bare your soul, man. That's it.
for sure. For sure. Daniel, man, it's been awesome having you on the show. Where can
Thank
people
you.
connect with you on social media?
Oh, at underscore Daniel Joo underscore on Instagram. So that's where actually just I'm grateful that actually I have people around the world messaging me, saying that they saw me and and things, and they always say thank you for the encouragement and the inspiration. So yeah, you can always reach me out on there.
Daniel Joo, thank you so much for being a special guest today. Congrats on the recent success with the
Thank
film.
you.
Congrats on what you have on the horizon in the near
Thank
future.
you.
Keep us
Thank
posted,
you.
and we'll
Yes.
talk very soon.
I appreciate you, Brandon. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Daniel Joo, right here on Air with Brandon J. I'm Brandon. We'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.